sa bukod, hindi na ba nakasalanan ng dito?
Media educators are warning calls to defend press freedom.
This corruption in media will reduce
Ano problema mo, pare? Alam mo, Gary. Oh, problema lang yung may asawa. Wala ka naman asawa. Yung ang problema eh.
Media executive McCoy Kyoge once said that the purpose in life of this man is to make people laugh.
Kung wala ka pang anak, paano ko makikita yung kanya?
He is so good at it that he breezed his way through college in Ateneo by masterfully showing his antics.
Parang natural yung akin eh. Kasi hindi ko naman sinasadyang magkomedyano eh. Gusto ko mag-business eh. Madali na lang magpatawa maski sino eh. Si Charo Santos, pinashow niya ako sa umaga sa School for the Blind. Alayo, paano matawanan yung mga umaga-umaga pa? Pero nagawa ko yun. Kaya very proud ako. Naging mahal nila ako eh. Dami nila nakatingin sa'yo. Bulag lahat eh. Hindi ko alam sasabihin ko, patawanan sila eh. Ang sinabi ko, 9 o'clock in the morning yun eh. Sinabi ko, magandang gabi ho sa inyong lahat. Tawanan sila eh. Alam pala nila na, sa kanila, gabi naman lahat yun eh. Bulag ka eh.
He also captured the hearts of girls through his unique sense of humor.
Magaling ako dyan, magaling ako. I know to, I go around my friends. My friends, they need something like, ang matutulong ko lang sa kanila yung mag-show sa kanila, mga ganun. Kung kailangan, ang dami nila. Kaya hanggang ngayon, hindi rin ako nauubusan eh. Ako, maski wala akong show, kung nakikita ko itong taong ito, binibigyan niya ako.
He also made guys like Noel Trinidad and June Urbano bowl over with laughter because of his wit.
Champoy, ayan. Sila Noel, Subas, Sherry Hill, Mitch Valdez, Ronnie Lazaro. Ayan, they're part of my life. Parang pamilya ko sila.
Our guest even wrote jokes for the famous Mr. Bob Hope in the United States.
Ito bang ginawa ko, which I am very proud. Inasign ako lahat na presidente magmula nun to entertain the troops in Mindanao. Alam nito, alay sa kawal ang tawag doon. Lahat na sundalo, kilalang-kilala ako kasi pinapasaya ko sila. Mahal na mahal ko yung mga sundalo eh. Kasi nandyan sila, they're giving their lives for us. Ang dami kong awards yan, makikita mo. Awards lang, walang bayad sa akin eh.
And here is the man himself, the man who was born to make people laugh, Mr. Alien, Mr. Gary Lising.
Good evening. You're watching News Cafe on the Solar News Channel. I'm Mitzi Borromeo. Tonight we have with us a veteran humorist. You may remember him from his days in Champoy. He is an actor and has written over 17 books, all bestsellers. He is Gary Lising. Good evening and thank you for being with us tonight, Gary. Finally, it's a pleasure. Parang homecoming to, ano? Because you started an RPN 9 with Champoy.
With Champoy.
Oh, so welcome home. And
When I agreed to this because of your mother is one of my best friends.
Wow, thanks. My mom is helping me. A good thing. I have something to thank my mother for.
Mitzi, before I start, can I greet somebody?
Sure, sure.
Because I promise you.
Okay.
I would like to greet a doctor friend of mine
Who's this?
who is now listening.
Okay.
But I won't mention his name
Okay.
because last week he was caught making love with one of his patients. He's a veterinarian.
Okay. So hopefully he's not barking up the wrong tree. All right, let's start by looking into your life way back when, no? So you grew up in a family, well, your father was a doctor, no?
Yeah, a dentist.
There was no comedian in the family, was there?
I was such an ugly baby when I was born. When the doctor took me out of my mother's womb, gaganon,
Oh.
the doctor took one look at me and then slapped my mother. Pangit naman tong anak mong ito.
And many years after, here you are, many books. We'll be talking a lot about your stage life, of course, writing life, and comedic life. But let's talk about how you started in Ateneo. Your friends, sina Noel Trinidad, June Urbano, were always laughing at you. Sabi nila, kahit sa campus lang, nagpapatawa ka eh.
Not only that, all of them, my best friends, I'd like to mention sila Oscar Bilago, Jojo Bunyag, Mga ganun. All my classmates, Ernie Fajardo, Joe Marichan,
Yes.
Robin Padilla, all of them, they contributed something for me.
Yeah. This is why you're
I
here.
were talking about college days.
Yes, yes, college, starting out. So,
yeah.
because we're talking about your journey towards becoming a comedian. In Ateneo, you were part of.
I was, my being a comedian was influenced by my friend John Urbano.
How did that start?
I don't know, we were having a campus concert. I was there in the sideline. He said, Gary, punta ka dyan, patawa ka. Sabi niya, ano? Gago ka ba?
Wala
Sabi
ka
niya.
pang experience
Wala. No, so I didn't know. So he went there and he pushed me on the stage. I was there. You know, I looked so silly. And then he told me to mimic
Some opera song.
Opera song.
Italian opera.
Oh, beyond and marveling. My God, it was so funny that everybody there laughed. And that started it. Then we started making campus concerts. Me and June and
You were the MCs, no? MCs for quite a while, and you were earning money from this.
yes, that's why we charge tickets eh. And hati lang kami ni June.
Oh, at nakabayad yun sa tuition nyo, no?
And then
That time.
si Jo Maris dyan, kasama namin dyan. Mga ganun.
People would attend the classes because they wanted to hear your quips, actually, no?
No matter what, I have one teacher, Mr. Nubinaria, who is my teacher in statistics. So hard kasi statistics, hindi mo na marunong sa mga
Ateneo,
math.
oo.
So what I do is, nag-PR ako. So, all my allowance, I buy a sandwich, I give it to him. So, lalakas ka, no?
Oh.
Hi, Lising. Oh, thank you, ah. Amen. So, after that, nung nag-test, I was confident. Maski anong susulat ko, ipapas niya ako. I saw my grade. Statistics, Lising, 5. Wala na ka-chance naman yan. Patahin na talaga. So, I waited for him.
Oh.
Sir, isn't it that I am your favorite student? Yes, Gary, you know that. Sabi niya. Sir, why did you give me 5? Bait naman niya. So he put his arms around my shoulders and said, I gave you 5 Lising because we are not allowed to give 6. Gago naman yung ganun.
Mga teachers niyo talaga. Well, another famous Jesuit who was a teacher there, si Father Reuters. He was your mentor, Father Reuter.
Yeah.
He was your mentor. How was it? You were working
on TV. I
Yes.
was working already, and he asked me to join Santa Cita in Mary Rose.
So you were
Mary Rose Jacinto is the sister of Ramon Jacinto. Santa Cita is a program for it's
the
also
maids.
Channel 9 eh.
Oo nga, kaya nga, di ba? Welcome home. So this was a program,
For maids.
yes, because Santa Cita is the patron saint of maids. So what was it like working at
With
that
Leo Martinez and so many, all the big time actors were guests in our gun. Ako, boy to ako dun, si Leo Martinez. Yung mga ibang artista dun, maid.
Oo.
We do drama for
So
them.
you were working weekends, ano? Because you were going to school then. So you were doing this sa weekends ba yun?
No, we
Balancing.
tape, yes, weekends.
Yeah,
We taped it Monday, sandali lang yun eh.
yeah. Now, after you graduated, one of your first jobs was with Grolier's Encyclopedia. You were actually a very good salesman,
Yeah,
no?
I was the best. They thought I was one of the...
Mahirap magbenta nun eh, encyclopedia set.
Oh, hindi nila. But they didn't know I had a secret.
What was your secret?
I sold everything to Athenians. I got the yearbook. Pinundan ko lahat.
Smart.
Ang dami kong nabenta.
Mga Athenians, oo, ayan,
Ang
bibili
ang
sila.
dami ko. And they pay cash. You are supposed to sell that installment eh. Since Athenians, ang daming yayaman na. Cash eh. Meron pa isang tao dyan. Si June Lopez ng Rustans.
So
Kasi
bumili
I was
siya.
very close to him. Eh.
Oo.
Sabi niya, ano sige, you sell me 12. I'll give to my relatives. Wala pang encyclopedia nun eh.
Ang galing, oo, that was very
And
luxurious.
Groliers was so
collection.
happy with me. They think I was a genius. Ang galing naman nito. You're so good. Sabi ni Mr. Biso. You're so good as a salesman. This is the first time I've seen a guy like you. Because every day, I always submit mga 20 orders, 10. Mine was 70.
Wow.
Pagod na pagod ako,
And you
70.
only need, what was it, a minimum of 10 sets. That was all you needed to sell, right?
No. 10 sets a month.
A month, but you sold 70. Biro mo, ang galing nyo.
70 for one day yun.
And because of this, you were sent to New York.
Oh,
This is
because
how you
they
made it
thought I
to
was
New
a
York.
genius. And they said, you go to New York, they will. Kasi ang job ng growlers,
Oo.
you just cold selling eh. You go to a
house or
and then knock and then ask them to if they're interested in a book. They have a broadside lang mga ganun. Eh wala, hirap naman.
So you did enjoy that nung nasa New York na kayo. You were a bit bored, no? Then you quit your job.
No,
with
I'm
growlers.
not. I tried.
Yeah.
1 week na, wala pa akong nabibenta. Get out of here. Gagano yung mga kanong. Wala.
So you looked for other jobs,
I look
no?
for other jobs.
And tell us about, you saw your dream job. Well, at the time, there was a posting in the New York Times.
Yeah, I was posting in time. Comedy writers wanted.
Oo.
I went there, so I asked. So we were there. Marami kami. And then it was Jerry Lewis who was conducting this interview.
Nako,
You know?
takot.
Oh, gano'n eh.
What was that
Ako,
like?
papayabang pa ako. House din. Mga ganun pa ako. Payabang ko eh.
Pa-close.
So okay. Give us something we can laugh about.
Oh, that's pressure naman yun. Make me laugh. Wow, make Jerry Lewis
Visit
laugh.
na ako. But my joke up to now is still being run through kami.
Wow, so what was the joke?
It's the story about the three kings. Di ba sinabi, the three kings found out that the Savior will be born and you will know when the star, the big star in the skies stop. Below it is the manger. So they all went. They were riding and riding. So when the star stopped, it's good enough. There's the manger. The first king went in. The second king went in. While the third king was going in, he tripped. Sabi niya, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, expression yun eh. Narinig ni Mary. Sabi niya, you know, Joseph, that's a better name than Irving.
So kaya, buti na lang, no? It's not Irving.
That's an American joke.
And you got the job. You got the job. This
I
is
got-
for the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson.
Not only the Tonight Show, everything. It's like this one. What they do is they bring the newspapers in the morning. You have to be there. They let you read it, and then
You're writing.
you write something about what's happening. And
Make it funny.
Make it funny, and then you give. Johnny Carson reads it, and then he selects.
So that was 7 years, ano? And it was during that time also that you fell in love, wasn't it? So tell us, you met your wife, Laura Lopez, ano?
There is one other girl I fell in love with. It was love at first sight, but she took a second look. So
She fell out of love. That was quick, huh? The fastest relationship you had.
but this it was a challenge for me, Laura. I loved her so much, but she's very, very rich and very well educated.
Anak siya ni Ambassador Salvador
Lopez of
Lopez. Oo.
Washington and the United States.
Yeah, in the United Nations.
So, ang daming kong karibal dyan. Pati si Harrison Alvarez.
Ba?
Karibal ko yun eh.
So ba't siya na-in-love sa inyo?
I was really persistent. So finally, we became steady. And then he said, if you want to get married, sabi ko rin. Yes, sabi niya, if you want, sabi niya. You ask first for permission from my father. So
Pamanhikan.
his father invited us to a big restaurant. Yung restaurant. And then while we were eating, he said, Gary, I heard Laura you wanted to talk to me. He said, Laura. Yes, what about? Sir, ninervous ako eh. I would like to ask for her daughter's hand in marriage. Sabi ko, I see. Sabi ko, bait naman, diplomat naman yun eh. You know, Laura has been educated in Paris. She's a linguist. She knows every language. She's never known the hard life. Can you support her the way I have supported her? Sabi niya. Definitely, sabi ko. Nagulat si Ambassador.
Confident.
How will you do that? I plan to move in with you.
Natakot si Ambassador.
Wala,
You made him laugh. Actually, he's a very, he was a very serious man, and you made him laugh.
I didn't have the intention of making him laugh.
But you've said
but
that you have been able to use your sense of humor in awkward situations.
Yeah, but when my sense of humor, as they say, is just natural for me. And then, finally, I moved in with them.
You did? You really did? Totoo
He
pala.
was, he was,
Akala ko joke. Hindi pala joke.
saan kung paano ko naman bubuhayin yung anak niya, yung society na,
Well, we will talk more about that because we still have a lot of your life to cover. So when we come back, we will discuss the comedy industry of the Philippines. So stay tuned.
A few years ago, Gary Lising's career was going really well. He had a number of television shows, job offers here and there, and to add to that, a movie when with no warning whatsoever, a series of crippling trials befell him and his family.
Lahat naman na ginawa ko, successful. Marami akong business dyan. Di ba iba? Meron akong store. Gary Lising's Joke Box. Tagal noon. That was during my glory days. Akala mo kung sino akong milyonaryo. Pero nung na-heart attack ako, doon ako dumayb. Na-heart attack ako Na-angioplasty ako 4 na beses. Ang mahal sa operasyon. Unang heart attack ko, mild lang. Yung pangalawa, deadly.
These difficulties almost crushed his usually happy spirit. But through the help of good souls, he was able to make ends meet somehow.
Mga tumulong sa akin, ang dami, lahat ng kaklase ko, ang galing na. Tinulungan nila ako. Ang nakaka-kuan dito, nakaka-touch. Hindi ako masyadong close, gaya ni Robin Padilla. Binigyan niya ako ng 100,000. I am not that close to him, But, may Allah be with you.
Gary is presently living with his son, Bugsy, who recently passed the board exam for optometrists.
Isang taong tumulong na magbigay ng kasayahan sa Pilipinas. Whether you give me talent fee or not, it's all right with me. I just want to give joy to the Philippines.
You're still watching News Cafe on the Solar News channel, and we're joined by Gary Lising. Okay, so we were talking about your transition to life back to the Philippines. Now, after all your escapades in New York, you were taking some odd jobs, no? Including entertaining Filipino communities.
In the States,
In the
yes.
States.
Doing stand-up comedy, but using Filipino humor.
How was
All
that?
the
like?
communities in the New York State,
Daming
they always
Filipinos
invite
dyan.
me.
Oo.
Ang dami dun.
And then how did you get into the music business? Somehow you made it to the
No, I
music
came
business.
back to the Philippines to be balikbayan. And then I saw this band who's very good, music making company. Since I was interested in one of them, I said, I can help you out. So I did. I helped them out. I booked them sa
So, parang manager
Manila
kayo.
Hotel.
Yeah.
They made me as their manager, and the rest is history. We did so many things. We became Aliu Awards winners. We were so good. I brought them to Europe,
Wow.
and then
World tour, huh?
world tour. Oh.
Yeah. And this is you when you fell in love again with Maris Paredes. So
I went them, and then latest place I brought them was LA. Legazpi, Albay.
Kala ko na. Okay, like not California. Okay.
No, I mean, yes, Maris Paredes. I
Yes.
fell in love with that girl also. And although we are separated, I still feel something for her because there is one debt that I couldn't pay. No matter what I do, I have to pay her.
What's that?
My son. She's the only girl who gave me a son which we love.
And you said he is your biggest joy, your biggest source
The
of
biggest
laughter.
source of
This is Bugsy,
Bugsy, my son.
who in fact carries your name. It's Aaron Gary Lising, ano? Bugsy for short, yes.
And he was one of the top in the board.
And the medical boards, yes, congratulations. He's now a doctor.
Ano eh,
Oo nga, takes
My-
two.
My son is very handsome. Guwapong
Does he
guwapo.
look like you?
No, he looks like my driver.
Okay,
Tatanong
I'd
nga
like to
sila,
see a
iba.
picture of your driver.
Sabi niya, bakit wala? At isa lang anak mo.
Oo nga, ba't isa lang?
Nag-resign yung driver eh.
Anong sinasabi ni Bugsy pag naririnig niya itong mga...
Wala, sanay na yan.
Sanay na siya. Is he a comedian too? Do you think because of you, he's grown up to be very funny?
Parating binubola niya ako. Comedian, ang galing mag-rason yan. He really is very articulate pa yan.
Yeah, just like his father. Well, having been exposed to the culture in America and here, what would you say our comedy in the Philippines is like? I mean, you've worked in the business for so long.
It's very different from the United States. In the United States, their trend is, stand-up comedy. Doon, just like what I'm doing also here.
You're still doing, yes, this is what you're
Still
known
doing
for.
it. Pero marami nanonood din eh. Pero dito, ang comedy dito, the difference is that you go to clubs, it's mostly about yung mga homosexuals, di ba?
Mga drag shows or
Yung mga ganun. And they sing, they make fun of the...
make fun of how they look. Okay. So it's not very intellectual, ano? Because stand-up
No,
comedy
it's-
requires a lot of thinking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, ganun. Kami din yun, ganun. But maraming ganyan na. Yung mga... Pero, ang audience namin, amin din eh. Yung mga tiga-Lasal, tiga-Ateneo, they also watch us eh. So we talk about Lasal. Mga ganun.
Of course, the rivalry between Ateneo and LaSalle, you always play with
this
that.
Rufino, a friend of mine from Lasal, we went to the CR together. After that, I left. He stayed in CU. He was his sons. And he said, alam mo, Gary, in Lasal, yabang eh. They teach us to wash our hands after we finish in the CR. Sabi, ganun. Sabi ni Ateneo, sabi ko, they teach us not to urinate on our hands.
Ano siya, yan ang pinaka-benta, no? Your LaSalle Ateneo jokes. And you're still doing shows now at events or homecomings, for example, of Ateneo, corporate events.
Yeah, I'm always sa alumni homecoming natin. I'm always, not always naman, I'm always hosting the show.
You and sometimes with June Urbano, Mr. Shuli.
Mr. Shuli. And
Yes.
Erap, si Erap was my favorite.
You were always invited to Malacanang during his
before
term.
I was earning so much money with Erap. I know him a lot. We were together.
Yeah. You were asked to introduce him during a Rotary Club meeting.
Yeah.
How did that go?
No, the first one was when he was still a senator. I introduced him he was a guest speaker in Ali Mall. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Joseph Estrada. I am very glad to be your guest speaker in this great conglomerate called the Ali Mall. As everybody knows, this place was named after the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time, Mohammed Mall. Ganun yung nagkakamali lang siya. Pero it's nice.
But please tell us that story of the time in the Rotary Club. Di ba sabi ni Erap sa'yo, wag mo ako
I was president then. And then I was a member of the Makati Rotary Club. And I was the one assigned to introduce him.
Yeah.
Said, Gary, wag mo akong lulukuhin na pare, presidente na ako dito. Baka lukuhin. Lulukuhin ba kita? President ka eh. Sabi ko nga. So ladies, fellow Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen, we're very honored to have with us tonight one of the greatest presidents the Philippines ever had. Na ganun. President Joseph Estrada. Alaklakan na. Here is a man who does not know the meaning of the word fear. Ano siya? Here is a man who does not know the meaning of the word corrupt. Here is the man who does not know the meaning of the word dishonesty. Very happy siya. Tapos sinabi ko, there are many words he does not know the meaning of.
Yeah, he actually was a good sport, no?
Eh,
Hindi naman siya pikon. He took all these jokes very well.
Oh, eh.
And you helped him write. Were you the one who wrote all those joke books? Mga erapisms.
Oh, yung mga pupunta ka, maski sa
Sa'yo pala
States.
galing yun.
Dinadalan niya ako eh. Nung magsasalita sa Congress sa States, naimbita siya, sinama niya ako. Sumama ako sa kanya.
Oo.
Di, punta kami sa States na. Lipad na kami. Ang lakas ng turbulence. Lahat kami nanginginig. Si Erap, nagbabasa lang eh. Sabi ko, Erap, hindi ka ba natatakot? Sabi niya, bakit ako matatakot? Hindi naman sa akin itong eroplano. Merong sense yan.
Oo.
Tapos, since it's a long flight, may katabi siyang Amerikano. Excuse me, sabi niya. May I borrow your Vocue? Sabi ng Amerikano, what Vocue? The one you're holding, the Vocue. Oh, this is not a Vocue. This is a magazine called Vogue. It's not Vocue. Vogue. Sabi ng Amerikano. Sabi ni Erap, okay, I don't want to argue.
I'm remembering these jokes. That's all from Gary Lising pala, ano?
Oh, ano. So finally we went there. He had this speech written by Teddy Luxin. Gaganda eh. So anyway, make a long story short, nandito na sa harap. Introducing the President of the Philippines. You Americans, you are our friends. I come here to ask help again because there's so many tragedies in the Philippines that we need your help. Most of all, in the scientific field. I have also done something, but I need financing. And you are the best ally we ever had. You are so great. You Americans are so great. Ganun na, very ganun eh. And furthermore, binabasa niyo niya. And furthermore, continued on the next page.
Binasa na rin. At least with feeling, ano?
Yeah.
Feeling. Baka hindi.
Pinabasa niya kasi.
Hindi niya
Nabasa niya
na-practice.
lahat.
What do you think the role is of comedy when it comes to maybe discussing social issues?
It's very fun because if not, we Filipinos are fighters eh. We are comedians. Everybody's a comedian.
Oo nga, no? Mahilig tayo tumawa. Exactly. I think laughter is a good way of surviving.
Even our politicians, my goodness, they're all comedians also eh.
Are they? Why?
Ito, I know so many things. Bakit ang lalaki ng butas ng ilong ni Senator Drilon?
Ako. Bakit?
Oh, di mo alam.
Bakit? Hindi. Bakit?
Kasi ang tataba ng daliri niya eh.
Okay.
Kasi, that's true eh.
Hindi ko napansin yun.
Senator Lapid is the only senator na matalino eh.
Bakit?
Alam mo, mayroon siyang answering machine. Parati eh. May answering machine siya. If you want to call him, dial ka.
Oh.
Akalay doon, recording. If you speak in Tagalog, press 1. If you speak in English, hang up.
So sabihin ko sana ang high-tech. Comedians nga, no? There's a lot going on here. Do you use a lot of the current political situations or environment for your
I don't know. I'm
topic?
just educating the Filipino people about what's happening eh. Like Napolis, they don't know anything about Napolis, di ba? They're saying she owns 28 houses. That's wrong.
Talaga,
Actually,
bakit?
she owns 30 houses.
Why?
That includes the upper and lower house. Saka yun lahat yan.
Yeah.
At saka meron siyang malaking, he bought a house in India. He bought it at 500 million pesos. In
Wow.
India.
In India pa. Bakit naman sa India?
Ewan ko, it's called Indianapolis 500.
How do you come up with these things? I mean, you're very spontaneous. You know, when you perform in a show, do you really look at all the newspapers or look at current events to come up with your content?
No.
Spontaneous lahat to.
Ganun eh.
Alam ko, that's what you're known for. You know, you come into an event and then you just...
It's called, to tell you the truth, it's called roasting.
roasting, yes.
Yeah, in the United States, that is roasting.
They do
It's
that
called
often for the president or for
roasting,
heads of corporations.
Lahat yan, all friends, they have something, They have something that you like, and you joke about them. You only joke to people you love, you respect. You roast them, and they like to be roasted. Like it's, have you read Dean Martin's roast? Ang ganda nun
It was a famous, yes. What about that did you like specifically?
Everything.
Yes.
He will roast. He will invite all the big people, politicians, president. Kasi minsan kasi dito, may mga Napolis na ganyan. Ito, our president made a mistake.
What's that? What's the
Sabi niya,
mistake?
you know, itong si Bong Revilla, sabi niya, parating kinikriticize ako eh. So he asked somebody, let's teach him a lesson. Si Bong Revilla.
Oh, ano daw?
So, sir, tapos na. Sabi niya. Nakita niya. Nagkamali kayo. Sabi ko, Bong Revilla, hindi Bong Navarro.
Mali na,
Oo, mali,
okay.
mali.
Mali na puntahan mali ang napuntahan nila.
Ganun. Pareho na kami ng...
What do you think of the current comedians we have now? Ibang-iba ngayon kasi from the days of Champoy, you know, back in the days when you were writing all of these
It is still,
satires.
you know what's a good show? I'm not bragging. We had the show in Meralco. They asked us to go to Meralco to give joy to the employees. Ang dami. Si Jun Urbano, si Leo Martinez at saka ako. Our show was spontaneous. Ang tagal, it took us 3 hours, pare.
Wow.
Walang lumalabas eh.
3 hours of stand-up.
Everything na binabato namin, tumatawa sila. It was fun.
So you react to the audience, basically. Is that with stand-up comedy, do you kind of get a feel?
Say jokes, and then they laugh. They imagine 3 hours, kami lang. One is kaming tatlo, sabay-sabay. Ang ganda eh.
What's the hardest part about being a comedian? Mahirap rin magpatawa ng tao
Nako, napakahirap.
all the time, huh?
You might make sure that your first joke is a
good
hit.
punch. Yeah. Well, and people also, off camera or off stage, they always ask you to make them laugh. How do you feel about that? Magpatawa ka naman.
Ay, we
Joke
don't
naman.
like that. Ayaw na. Uy, patawa ka naman. Sabi ko, tumingin ka na lang sa salamin. Sabi ko gano'n. Nakakainis eh.
Nakakainis rin yun, no? They think that right away, you can do it here.
You're doing your job now. Your job is making people laugh. And then somebody in the audience heckles you.
Well, you're known to be quite a ladies' man. Do you think that a sense of humor is a good way to get a woman?
Sometimes, yes. But sometimes,
Did you use that a lot? Or with women you really like, medyo seryoso?
Oh, seryoso. I give gifts.
Well, you'll tell us more about your secrets and maybe a little more about the love life later on. News Cafe will return after our break. Stay tuned. You're still watching News Cafe on the Solar News Channel, and we are joined by Gary Lising, having lots of laughs today. Okay, so
Those are true stories.
I wasn't sure kung jokes sila or totoo.
Hindi jokes yun. Totoo yun. Gaya ni Freddy Aguilar. Oh, I'll update you on Freddy.
Okay.
Hindi si married na 16 years old girl.
Yes.
I saw, ang ganda rin yung babae.
Oh,
young
dalaga.
girl. That's why Freddy has a new hit song now. Have you heard it?
No, what's his
It's
new
called
hit?
Apo.
After Anak, we go to Apo. I haven't heard
It goes
that.
something like this. Nung sinilang ka sa mundong ito, kasing edad ko ang lolo mo. Yan ang hindi pa tapos yun eh. Pero ganun si Freddy.
May mga hits pa pala si Freddy, ano?
Oo, gagawin niya.
Let's talk about some of your books. You've written 17 books, no?
Yes.
And you said all of them are bestsellers?
Yes, and everything I sent. I sent Cory a book before, and she sent me a letter which I framed it. Dear Gary, sabi, when I pick up your book until I laid it down, I was convulsed with laughter. Someday I intend to read it. But I helped them all. They're all friends.
Yes.
I have been performing in Malacanang for Era, for Ramos,
GMA?
JMA.
Yes.
Ngayon lang, I don't know why. I helped Cory campaign with Chris Aquino. They gave me a plane to, I helped them. Now I'm wondering why no does not invite me in
You think they need a little bit
in
more
her
humor in the
his
palace?
function.
no?
I don't know why, but I'm close to
What
it,
do you
I
think about the current administration? Sige nga, anong thoughts on how President Aquino is doing now? His performance ratings have been going down. What are your thoughts? What can he do to improve his ratings again?
I don't think anybody can do that. It has to be strong-minded, strong-willed, because that is very painful for us. The Yolanda typhoon. Many of my friends, my 3 friends there are composers, great composers. They all died.
From Tacloban? Were they from Tacloban?
They are composers, but now they are decomposing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Are there topics that you think should not be used in comedy? Because, you know, a lot of people feel that there are some sensitive topics that should not be touched on.
Everybody they should add comedy, so it's
Like,
not
for
very
example,
sensitive.
Yolanda, no? Death.
Hindi naman.
What do you think?
But there's so many.
It's a way of dealing with the problems, isn't it?
You laugh also, hindi you do that. Kasi ngayon, but ang ayaw ko, yung mga that fellow who got so many relief goods and then he made grocery. Binibenta niya.
Yan, ngayon, no, yung
Pilipino
mga
lang
nagsascam. We have so many scams. What do you have to say about that? Now there's a garlic and onion import scam, rice smuggling.
You cannot take that out. You cannot take that. We Filipinos are funny. Mga ganun.
You also play water polo, you said?
Yes, but I gave it up.
Why? Why do you?
Because I keep drowning so many horses.
Kala ko naman totoo yun. No more horses in the pool. Probably that's why.
No, but I play golf. I love golf.
Yes.
I play with Noel.
Quite-
It's so fun. The 3 of us with Subas before.
Right.
You
Do you
always-
think that all of these ideas also come through some of these, you know, when you're relaxing through golf or, you know,
It's
watching
so relaxing.
people?
It's so relaxing, especially if you hit so many.
Right. Well, I'd like to ask about some of your movies. You have quite a lineup apart from your TV shows. You did a film with Mr. Shuli, of course, Monay. That's the Mistakes of the Nation address yata. Ano? Utang ng Ama, alias Boy Tigas, Mama's Boys. But what I just found out is you also did a bold film, huh?
I
didn't
did the
know that's-
well. It's called Cristina Moran with Rosana Roses.
Wow, that's
That's
a
the
big...
first time.
Your first and only love scene.
Oh,
Your last, I mean. How was that? What's it like for a comedian? Was it a comedy?
it is a comedy, but
Pero
nakahubad
bold.
kami. Talagang naked because the day you were born. And I didn't know what to do. Ako, tanggalin mo yung tuwalya mo. Ay, ayaw ko eh. Si Osang,
Sanay na siya dyan eh.
sanay na siya eh. No, I had also a movie with Fernando po.
Oh, how was that, acting with the king?
It's a cowboy eh.
Oh.
Eh, ang scene ko dyan, kakabayo ako, tapos lulundag kami dun sa bangin. Sabi ko, PJ, delikado ah. Nakasakay ako sa kabayo, tapos tatalon ako dyan sa bangin. Ay, sorry, Gary. Sabi, Fratman, sabi niya, bigyan mo nga ng double yung kabayo.
They're more worried about the... It's very challenging for, you know, being
Yeah,
in
but I had a
your
nice,
roles.
colorful life.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
I don't have anything anymore.
No regrets.
Even if God takes me, I'm ready for Him.
You've had your share of challenges. Well, what were your highlights? What would you say out of your whole comedy career, some of the favorite moments that you've had?
Stand-up comedies, mga ganun. I do corporate shows. So many corporate shows get me. And then, also, another friend of mine who is very good, we also have a tandem, is Giselle Sanchez. That girl also is, yan, nandalin nyo rito. Yan, magaling.
Because it's very rare that we see a lot of women in comedy, ano?
Oh, yes, yes,
Even
yes,
here,
she's
really
very-
good female comedians. So who would you say, who makes you laugh? So Giselle Sanchez, of course. Who are the things, or what makes you laugh? What makes Gary Lising laugh? Ang hirap pala, no? It's hard to make you laugh. Who are some of the funniest comedians you've seen, whether abroad or here?
You know who are very good? Tugak and Pugak. Di ba nga, Pugo-tugo yung matagal na. Dolphy is kind of serious eh. But we respect him because he is Dolphy, di ba?
Yeah. Well, you've said that your legacy in the Philippines, you just want to be remembered for having made Filipinos laugh, ano?
Yes.
So-
And, I'm still very religious.
Are you?
I go to Mass every day except Sunday.
That's the Gary Lising religion, ano? Do you think there's a good future for Filipinos in comedy?
Yes, of course. But you know what we need here is a school for comedy. There is everywhere in the States, meron eh. UP should put one. Because we have really good comedians also
That's
here.
true. We don't have.
Huh?
Yeah, they learn by
You
experience.
learn, you can. And I can teach.
Yeah.
And
oo
then
nga.
June can teach. Ang daming, many
Definitely.
can teach and give their cups.
So that's a challenge to UP, huh?
And tell them what new things to do.
So what advice would you give people, maybe if there are any aspiring comedians or performers in comedy? What's the secret? What really...
No, secret is inborn eh. Yung mga, sometimes your face. Di ba? Yung secret yung makikita lang eh, tatawa na sila.
Oo.
Okay ka na, may ganado ka na dyan eh.
Oo.
The way you...
Parang si Palito noon, no? So you're saying our personal appearance can be a source of laughter.
Hindi, ginagawa siyang sipa.
Mahilig tayo sa mga Pilipino basta sa appearance lang, matapilok. So it's our actions, the slapstick type of comedy.
Oh, it's slapstick. Pero that's part of it eh. Not only here, even in the States ba, in the Three Stooges.
Yes, that's right, the
Mga
Three Stooges.
ganun. Marami yan eh.
But do you think that the Philippines carries enough of this intelligent comedy? Because your type of comedy is actually a niche market, isn't it? It caters to a specific type of audience. Hindi siya pangmasa.
No, hindi ako pwedeng pangmasa.
What has been the hardest experience for you, though? I mean, maybe there's been a situation that it's been very hard to make them laugh, maybe in one of these military outposts.
No, I never had.
No?
You know, if they don't laugh, it's okay. It's okay. You make sure that you have another one. Mga ganun. Like sila, mga Miriam, ganun. Like Miriam wanted, there was a provinciano who wanted to buy, pabili nga na, saan ba nakakabili ng spirit dito? Anong spirit? Yung t-shirt na maganda niya. Spree! Ganun. O doon, punta ka doon. Lapit si Miriam. Pardon me, young man. I'm a bit of a quandary. I'm here to buy spree. You know where I can see them? Ma'am, you just follow that man. He's going to buy spree also. So Miriam went, followed. She came back. She was so mad. Young man, are you fooling me? I'm Senator Miriam Santiago, and I asked you to direct me to a place where I can buy spree. You sent me to a man who's going to buy a T-shirt. I want to buy spree.
Oh.
The spree.
Bisaya man yun. 1 hour is not enough with you, Gary. Well, if people want to catch you, where might we see you? Well, you still perform in Ateneo and some of these private events, right?
Frankly, they know.
Yeah, we'll be seeing you again. Well, thank you very much.
Well, I like to plug my book about
Yes.
medicine.
Please. Oh, okay.
You will need it also. How to conduct mouth-to-mouth resuscitation without getting emotionally involved. That's it.
Mahirap yan. Thank you very much. Well, we look forward to maybe having you back here again. Thank you very
It
much.
was nice watching
It's been
you.
a wonderful evening with you.
And I loved your mother. She was my barkada before. And where she is now, I'm sure she's laughing.
Si Mirna Borromeo, she really loved you and June Urbano. So thank you again.
I would like to say to the audience, salamat po. Hanggang dito po lang na lamang. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, John Lloyd Cruz.
We can go on and on. Mamaya, continue natin to. I'm afraid that's all the time we have for tonight. I'd like to thank my guest, Gary Lising, for being with us today and making us laugh. Join us again next Thursday for another round of discussions here on News Cafe. I'm Mitzi Borromeo. Good night.